Oliver Cromwell, the renowned Lord Protector of England, left his mark on history during the 17th century. But what happened to his body after his death? Join me on a fascinating journey as we delve into the mysterious fate of Oliver Cromwell's remains. Oliver Cromwell died whilst in power on the 3rd of September 1658. His death is thought to be from illness from malaria and kidney stones. Cromwell's rule as Lord Protector lasted from 1653 to 1658, a period marked by political turmoil and the establishment of the Protectorate after the execution of King Charles I. Despite his vocal opposition to the monarchy, Cromwell's funeral bore striking similarities to that of a king. His grand funeral procession through the streets of London, the burial at Westminster Abbey, and the adornment of the wooden effigy with crown, orb and sceptre showcased the pomp and circumstance associated with monarchs. Even a wax mould of Cromwell's face was made after his death, immortalising his likeness for posterity. However, his son Richard, who succeeded him as Lord Protector, proved to be a weak leader and renounced his power 9 months later. With this, Charles II was able to overthrow this regime and retake his crown in 1660. In 1661, Charles II ordered the disinterment of Cromwell's body, along with the bodies of Henry Ireton, who was the general in the Parliamentary Army during the Civil War, and John Bradshaw, who was the President of the High Court of Justice, to be put on trial for regicide, the killing of Charles I. Apparently the bodies were taken to the cellar of the Red Lion Inn at Holborn, but this does seem an odd place to store the bodies before the hanging, and no other records except the pub itself claim that name to fame. Subsequently, Cromwell's body, along with those of Ireton and Bradshaw, were hanged in chains at Tyburn, a notorious execution site in London, and as if this was not enough punishment, they were also beheaded. Their bodies were tossed into common graves, while their severed heads were displayed on spikes above Westminster Hall. Interestingly, there are speculations that the body exhumed and subjected to these post-mortem punishments might not have been Cromwell's. Some believe that the body was switched beforehand, possibly to protect it from harm or desecration. However, this theory remains unproven. Cromwell's family also faced upheaval. His mother and sister, who were previously buried in Westminster Abbey, were reburied in a pit at St Margaret's, Westminster, along with a few members of his council. Strangely, his daughter's remains were overlooked during the disinterment, and she remains buried in the abbey. It is thought that since her vault was in a different section, it was missed when the others were disinterred. For over 20 years, the heads of Cromwell, Ireton and Bradshaw adorned the roof of Westminster Hall. But in 1685, Cromwell's head, as if defying fate, reportedly fell to the ground during a strong gust of wind, initiating its own extraordinary adventure. According to the most widely known story, a guard took the fallen head home and hid it, despite the reward offered for its recovery. Eventually, it changed hands several times, passing through different events and individuals. In 1710, a Swiss-French collector named Claudius Dupuy acquired the head and displayed it in his private museum. After 1738, Samuel Russell apparently received the head after the marriage of his daughter to a soldier who had found the head. He went on to unsuccessfully attempt to sell the head to Sidney Sussex College, Cromwell's former college. Subsequently, it was purchased by James Cox, a London jeweller, for £118, the equivalent of £15,000 today. Cox sold the head to 3 brothers, who showcased it at an exhibition in London. However, the exhibition did not attract much popularity or success. Eventually, in 1815, the head came into possession of Surgeon Josiah Henry Wilkinson, who continued to study it along with other scientists and academics. Dr. George Rolleston, in 1875, compared it against other possible Cromwell heads and said this was the best candidate to be the real thing. Carl Pearson and Geoffrey Morant in 1935 concluded that it was very likely the mummified head of Oliver Cromwell. The head was later inherited by Horace Wilkinson, who proudly displayed it to his guests at dinner parties. Horace Wilkinson, recognising the historical significance, arranged for the head's proper burial in collaboration with Sidney Sussex College, Cromwell's alma mater. In 1960, the head was laid to rest within the grounds of Sidney Sussex College. Its exact location remains unmarked and unknown, perhaps to protect it from further disturbance. As we conclude this journey into the mysterious fate of Oliver Cromwell's body, we are left with a sense of intrigue and wonder. The enigma surrounding Cromwell's remains highlights the complexities of history and the enduring fascination with one man's life and legacy. I hope you found this video interesting. Please like, share and comment, and thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.